Welcome back to Eureka Farms for episode 8 with me, Mr. Sealy P. It's 7:33 in the morning here on Eureka Farms. Before I do anything that I'm going to do today, my money's back at 55,000. I've taken on a contract to do ploughing. Why did I do that? On field 6, but there's also a sowing one there on field 4. Now, these have all kind of reset themselves, and there's a reason for that. The update that happened on Eureka Farms the other day has included some new bits of machinery. I haven't been through and checked everything yet, but under harvesters, for example, the harvesters, we've got the super duper ones now, the large capacities. We had a large capacity case, and we had a large capacity New Holland. We've now got the S790 large capacity, and we've also got an ideal large capacity. There are some extra trailers that have been added in. We had the 1 million litre belly dump, the pace setter, this one here, that one there, high capacity million litres. They've added in Cramp KS950 large capacity, TNT has, which is also a million litres. So if you don't want a twin compartment belly dump, there is one there which is also a million. So there's been a whole load of new stuff has been added in. The road situation should have been sorted out, but a lot of people are reporting that theirs is still the same. The worker issues with regard to fertilising and seeding and stuff overlapping, that's not happening anymore. But one of the other parts of the update was the biogas plant. Now, someone messaged me to say the biogas plant, when you put it into the biogas plant for the digesting, it will hold, I'm sure someone messaged me and said 1 million litres and processes at 15,000 litres. I want to say a second, not a minute. I'm sure that's what the person messaged me to say, which is crazy. But what it didn't say in the update, in the changelog, was that you need to have a new save game to get all of these features to work. Now, I didn't change my save game, so some of the features had changed, but the biogas plant won't. If you want all of the changes to take effect in the update, you have to do a new save game, which I did. The problem with that was then I had to reset my entire map. I had to do it all again, place everything as close to where I thought it was, back to where it was. I think the barn might be further south than I wanted it to be, but everything's been put back. I then had to refill, oh, please say that's the point actually. I had to refill my silos, so all the TMR I made I replaced. The silage I had left I replaced, the straw I had left I replaced. I've put back the factory. I then had to redo my fields, so field 10 has been ploughed out again, that's now got grass in it. I had to replant sugarcane in this field, in field 7. That's been replanted, regrown, and that's ready to go, which is where I was at. And field 3 above it, I think I had oats in, or I might have had wheat in. It's got oats in it now, I think, which is now ready to harvest. So I've had to reset the entire map. I had to redo it all, which, as I've said before, and if you play on PC, you'll realise, because there are a few different mods available that allow you to set things up much quicker, you can change fields to be certain things, and I always forget what it's called. Anyway, regardless, on console that's not as straightforward. I've had to go through the motions of resetting everything. So then I had to speed up time to make sure my crops were at the same stage as they were at before, within reason. My grass has regrown, obviously, which it hadn't done because I'd just cut it all. And then, of course, this morning it starts pouring the rain. So I just thought I'd give you an update as to where I am. I got rid of the pace setter and I thought I'd go for this one. This is 1 million litres as well. And again, all of these types of things that I'm talking about at the moment, unless I specify that it's an actual mod from the Modhub, things like that are specific to this map. I've still got people asking me during my videos, where do I get that mod from and that kind of thing. A lot of the mods that I'm using to show off the kind of Go Ham Industries research division are specific to the map by TNT. Anything that's not, I will always say, look, this is a mod you can find in the Modhub. You can do what I'm doing now with the regular stuff. I will say it. And all the information regarding what I'm using, the mods I'm using from the Modhub, is in the description for the video. There aren't links on console. I often get people being rude sometimes, and they just put post links. Not could I have a link for this, or just post links, or where are the links, or there are no links on console. The mods I'm using in the Modhub, there's not links to websites or anything like that because it's not PC. So I just thought that, you know, that's where we're at. I'm now going to try and get on with a couple of contracts and build money back up, because if I want to do 1,000 cows, I'm going to need to get enough money to buy a second one of these and then buy the cows, because I haven't got enough money to do any of that at the moment. So I've got a bit of work to do. What else was I going to say? I think that was it. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit when I've got a load more done. It's 10:37. I have harvested my field 3. You can see behind, just through the gap there, there's straw swaths on the field. The rain has stopped. The money has gone really up. You might have already seen. Yeah, I'll probably put a thing up already of a load of contracts already done. I'm currently doing a fertilising contract on field 6. Then I'm going to drop down to harvesting contract on field 2 if it's still there. But I can sell this, and I'm pretty sure oats are going for 1,000-ish, 1,016 here. So we should make a nice bit of money off the crop. And then I'm going to grab the loading wagon, I'm going to grab the straw and put that into the silo. Again, this is just another month just to show you that, you know, if next time I'm doing something or go to feed the animals or put straw down, all of a sudden I've got, you know, twice the amount of straw that I had in the silo. It just makes sense to show you what I'm doing. And also, if I've suddenly got an extra 500,000 in the bank, this also explains why. It's taking some time, don't get me wrong. Even with a bit of fast farming and using the larger equipment, you know, the contracts take time to do. But this should bump the money up quite considerably, doing the oats. What I'm going to do is re-prep field 3 and then put potatoes. I might do half sugar beet, half potato, you know, because I can do sugar beet and sugar cane into the sugar factory, and I can do potatoes if I do the potato chips one, maybe. I might split it half and half, and that way we get to have a go. 137 grand, I'll take that. Yeah, then we get to have a go with some of the potato harvesting stuff, and we'll be able to see as well that the in the update, the potato header for the sugar beet harvester should work. That's the theory. So yeah, that's what I'll probably do. We'll get sowing and we'll get that in the ground and go from there. I'm interested to see using the regular seeders, because on here it's set up that you can do potatoes and sugar beet and those kind of things. Putting potatoes in the ground with a regular seeder, that's going to say regular, the big old Borgo seeder, but I'm just curious to see what it's going to look like. So next time I see you, we'll probably be doing that. I'll get the sowing done, and then we're going to get on to getting the sugarcane done. I want to get sugarcane harvest sorted. So a bit of everything today. Where did I leave the header? I'm just over there. I've just finished a harvest as a contract, completed the harvest contract, and the grain was sold at one of the other sell points. Mine's gone blank. But this was the best price over the warehouse, so I brought it over here, and as you can see, money's gone right up. It's taken a while, don't get me wrong. I'm playing in normal time. What time did I start? 7 something, wasn't it? It's now 12:09, so I've put in about 5 hours of contracts to get to this point, but now I can move forward with my plans. Whoa. Thank you, DJ. So this is where things get weird. I say get weird. I'm on Eureka Farms. It's all weird, isn't it? Couple of things I'll say. One, apologies for was it Rasvet? Sometimes when you hear things in the background on my recording, because I wear my headset with my mic, I can't hear things in the background because of my headset. However, my mic picks up the sounds. So I'm happily, blissfully recording away. There might be someone in the kitchen. I think when I did the Rasvet video, one of my daughters put the microwave on, which people heard. I didn't even know it had been put on. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. So apologies for that. Now, I'm going to be putting potatoes in the ground with a regular seeder. Now again, this is a TNT maps thing. This is on Eureka Farms. You can't put potatoes in the ground usually with a regular seeder. It needs to be a potato planter. And that being said, tomorrow This should be released on Monday. Yeah. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 26th, sees the release of the Grimmer DLC with a load more potato harvesting and planting and conveyor belting type equipment. So it kind of seems a little bit fitting. I'm going to do the sugarcane. Don't worry, we're going to get onto the sugarcane. But what I want to do is do this, drop that down. I'm just curious to see what happens here. I have updated the Roadrunner. It keeps doing this. The wheels turn round on the seeder, then the Roadrunner doesn't want to pull it. That's better. The Roadrunner Plus by Mantrid had an update, which I've done. It's got larger lights to justify the lighting on it, on the front and rear. It's got new tyre options, so I've gone for different tyre options. It's got a bull bar option on the front now, which I've put on. Abdullah Bull Bar, a bar of Demir. Do you remember that advert? Anyway, regardless, it wasn't that, obviously. And obviously lighting as well. When you turn the lighting on, there's shadows. You can have shadows on or off. There's a Jake brake sound, and when you steer, the headlights turn with the steering to see where you're going as well. So there's quite a few different new options on the Mantrid. On the Roadrunner by Mantrid. I did say when I did the mod review that it had an update, and to check the mod review, the update, yeah, that is so bizarre. Look, planting potatoes out to, was it 30.5 meters this plants to? Because the seeder usually does that seeding texture, it's so weird seeing a potato one. How odd is that? But kind of cool. But again, the thing you've got to remember is, because potatoes, like sugarcane and sugar beet's not so bad, no, that gets planted fairly regularly. But because they generally use a lot of potatoes or seeds to plant, because I'm not planting at 3 meters or 6 meters, which I think is the largest. Is it the compactor? I can never remember the Grimmer compactor, something like that. We're now out at 30 meters. We're going to get through a load of seed. Of course we are. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to do probably half the field potato, then half the field sugar beet. That then should give us stuff for doing potato chips. I am going to need to do a field of sunflower, which I think when the sugarcane's done, field 7 in front of us will be my sunflower field. So we can do sunflower oil, then with the potatoes, then we should be able to do potato chips. I think that's how it works. So don't want to go into that. Again, this was just to show you this is where we're at and what we're going to be doing. So what I'll do is swing round. I do like this Roadrunner Plus is awesome. It really is a very, very cool bit of kit. Let's swing right around. Anyway, yeah, so what we'll do is, again, next time you see me, those lines are where the antenna are on the lorry. So as you turn, you keep getting these lines. That's just where the shadow goes for the antenna. And you can turn a load of those things off. The Jake brake as well, you can turn the sound of that off if you want to. And there's a new heavy haul option as well with the 1,800 horsepower that you can get. It's 1,800. You can get a heavy haul option for putting loads of stuff. I think it has more gears, something along those lines anyway. So yeah. No, I shouldn't be going across, but it's okay. He'll be fine. It's time. Now, if you didn't watch my map tour here on EUREKA Farms, I showed this on the map tour because I was kind of a bit taken aback by the whole thing. The Sugarcane Harvester, which is a phenomenal piece of engineering, an awesome bit of kit. I love the look of it. I think it's just amazing. The standard in-game one is great and it does the job, but it's got a very narrow header and you can't hook many trailers up to it, which is a bit of a pain. So TNT did a bit of work on this one too. You can have the option with an extended drawbar, which means you can put on various different trailers. As part of this map on EUREKA Farms, we have got one of the random trailers with an extended capacity to 500,000 litres. But that's not all. The header isn't that wide. I mean, it is that wide, but it actually picks up to 50 meters. If we go in here to Sugarcane Technology, the standard one there, the Alstoft 8800 multi-row, and the standard one is 2 meters wide. This one is 50. We should clear this pretty quickly. And then under, like I say, under Sugarcane Technology, we've got the random trailers, which I quite like anyway. With a dolly, you can get it to work. A legal dolly and one of those, you can, but then we've got the extended capacity one there, 50,000, 500,000 litres. So that's what we're going to do, although I may have committed a bit of a boob. See that little bit there? And also realised as I was driving off as well, sugarcane regrows, doesn't it? I don't want to clear this field and then put something else in it, so I might have to buy another field. Maybe 8 or 9, and put sunflower in one of those. So I've got sunflower in it already. Yes, hasn't it? And it's ready to harvest. How much is the field? Oh, I'll probably just going to eat into my, because I need to buy the. I won't do sunflower just yet. I was going to say I need to buy the cows and that kind of thing. So the trouble is just judging 50 meters. I'm thinking when I do that fertilizer that does out to 45, I'll probably come out to about. Is that not? No, I don't know. Well, we'll soon see, won't we? Let's turn it on. Why not unfold it? Come on. Thought I had. Oh no. Okay. Oh, there we go. Turn it on. Could probably do with coming over a little bit, but oh, blimey. Turn it off again now. This is not going to take very long at all, is it? That is absolutely just... Like I say, I know I did it when I did the first map tour, and that was a bit kind of, whoa, but this is just next level stuff, isn't it? How much am I going to get? A fair amount, although not as much as I thought I was going to. Oh, maybe not. No, actually, it's going up fairly quick. I was thinking, it doesn't seem to be as much as I thought I was going to get off this field. Yeah, okay. 100,000 litres already. Let's keep it coming. You can't help but smile. You just can't. No, I get that certain crops you do, like potatoes and sugar beet and sugarcane, they are a chore. You know, the yields are incredibly high. They take a long time to do, and in the real world they do. Of course they do. You know, companies that do this on a massive scale will have loads of machines running. This is not a 1 hour process. You're talking about days and days and days and days and days of harvesting. Of course you are. Like I said so many times before, depending on who you are playing the game, if you're, you know, you've got an hour, you're getting from work, you've got an hour. You know, it might be you're putting dinner on, you know, you're sorting the kids out, or, you know, kids are done, they go to bed, you've got an hour before, whatever it is you do. Are you going to spend an hour doing a little bit of sugarcane and then you come away from it not really having much of a result to show, or potatoes or anything like that? Or you're going to do something that's going to, you know, you finish it and think, cool, you know, I don't know. Again, it depends how you play the game. We're not going to be far off a full trailer load very, very soon. Now what I'm going to do is take the first trailer load. Oh no, it means backing this up. Picked the wrong trailer, didn't I? For sugar, actually what I might do is put it into the, I'm going to put it into the silo. I'm going to be a bit dodgy. I'm going to put it into the silo and then I'll take it out. So now I've got to worry about backing up the trailer. So yeah, we'll get the first bit of sugar going at the sugar factory. Why not? Kind of the point of the whole thing, isn't it, really? Yeah, you can see a little crescent. Little crescent. I swung around and didn't turn the seeder off, and I just clipped the edge. All the machinery missed. Just the seed at the very edge of it clipped on my sugarcane plot. So I've got a bit of sugar beet on my sugarcane. See that? Oh, so annoying. It happens to the best of us. I might just cultivate that just in a little bit, just because I don't want to. I don't want to have a load of sugar beet just growing weirdly. Okay. Well, that was a quick way to get to 500,000 litres. Right, we are full. So let's turn that off. Fold it. Let's take it and unload it. This isn't the fastest machine. I suppose I could have brought one of the vehicles over, but that's all good. So what I'm going to do now then is clear this field. We're going to have well over 1 million litres, aren't we? I've only done one strip and across the bottom here, I reckon possibly 2 million litres, you know. Maybe not. 1.5 maybe. It's a fair amount of sugarcane, let's be honest. And the beauty is we haven't got far to go. The farm area is taking shape. I probably do need to put some more shelters and stuff. All my equipment is just kind of sprawled out. I've still got, what have I got leased? The loading wagon is still leased, I don't own that yet. And the large cultivator, the FlexiCoil, I don't own that, that's leased as well. So I could do with really buying one of those at some point. Oh, that's the other thing, hang on a minute. Just suddenly dawned on me. Part of the update, did the Stara get sorted out? Because that was supposed to spread out to 54 and it didn't at all. Maybe I need to retest that. Maybe lease one and give that a go at some point and see if that now does 54. Actually, I think it might do, because I'm pretty sure my fertiliser and lime spreaders I've got seem to spread out much wider now as well anyway, so potentially that has already been adjusted. I've got a weird thing happening with these silos. When you put silos close together, they hang on a minute, just so I realised. Is that going to tip with that in the way? Probably not. This goes what way? That way. Actually, we'll get the factory going straight away. That probably makes a bit more sense. I should just be backing this up, shouldn't I? Let's be honest. Right, that's not even close enough now. I'm going to have a game here, aren't I? Oh, I probably could have done. Wasn't as bad to reverse as I thought it was going to be. Right, straighten up. Nope. Oh, blimey. That's why it's not done by these, it's done by another vehicle. This stays in the fields, because that doesn't like tipping. Okay. That was kind of obvious, wasn't it? Yeah, it needs a bit of a wash, I know. I'm having an absolute nightmare. What am I doing? That's better. What? It is being performed here. What are you on about? Pretty slow though. Yeah, it's going to the silo. Just a little bit slower than I hoped. Okay, yeah, so that's what I started off saying. The silos, when you put two silos close together, they often kind of link up. And someone messaged me to say it's how people got around the multi-fruit silo thing way back at the beginning, before we had multi-fruit silos in the Modhub. What they would do is place a normal silo, then put a hayloft right next to it. So it would enable you to put, you know, more in. But what's happened is, when I did my TMR, and all the TMR came out of this end and into this silo. So I set it all back up again, came back onto the map before I did the new save game. There was nothing in here, and I had that heart-wrenching moment of, please tell me I didn't do 3.6 million litres of TMR and it's disappeared out the silo. Weirdly, I can take it out of this silo, but it wasn't in this one. So then I put my hay and my straw in that one, couldn't access them from that one, had to access them from this one. I'm not quite sure why it's doing it, but they are all still there, they're just not where I thought they were going to be, which was a little bit worrying. Okay, 500,000 litres in. So what I think I'll do, actually, you know what, while that's unloading, I suppose I could have just unloaded straight into this trailer, couldn't I? Can you put in and take out at the same time? Oh, it's done now anyway. Right, I'm not sure how much the factory will take. 500,000 litres of sugarcane in there. This is leased, I didn't give it back after I did the TMR, so it could probably do with it. So while that's filling up, I can grab this back. Let's get back out to the fields. If it'll let me hook up at an angle, which it won't. Where's that? Is that unloading from this into the... It is, isn't it? I think it just unloaded into the silo. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's obviously some still in it. Kind of going in and coming out at the same time. Oh, bear with me a second. Note to self, next load, come and pick it up with the pickup from the field rather than bring it back with the harvester itself. That'll be easier. So the field will need to be re-fertilised. Might as well let it grow again, keep the sugarcane growing. The beauty being, it's hardly taking any time at all to harvest, so may as well. Let's open that header back up. Get it switched on. Go. Sorry. Right, I'm going to finish this off When this is done, we'll see how much we've got in the silo. The trailer should be full. Then we'll get the sugarcane or the sugar factory on the go. So a lot of people have been saying they haven't touched the factories and they're not sure how they work and that kind of thing. They have to be used on a map that's ready for it. If you're trying to use the factories on a map that's not ready for them, the map maker has to put in certain coding, or certain things have to be done for them on the map for the factories pack to work. So yeah, I mean, there are only a few maps by erShaba and this one by TNT. There are, I think, Why the Farms is supposed to be compatible, but someone messaged to say that theirs wasn't working, but it has had an update since then. I'm trying to think now of all the different maps that, anyway, but yeah, so some people have been saying they can't get them to work. There are all different reasons why that might be. You might have too many animal pens on a map, and so the factories use the animal system. It could be you're trying to use it on a map that's not compatible with the factories anyway. There are so many reasons. It's very difficult. I do get a lot of people message me asking me. They'll say they've got a problem on the map. Can you help me with something? And the problem is, if it's a very generic thing, or it could be a problem they're experiencing, and there could be 10 different things that could be causing it. It's very hard for me to know from the outside which one of those things it could possibly be. Sometimes these things happen. It could be a mod conflict. It could be something really simple that can take you hours and hours and hours to work out and locate. So apologies to anyone in the past that's messaged me and said, look, you know, I can't unfortunately always help. And it's that weird thing that I'm not an IT help desk. I'm not a farming simulator help desk. I'm not the map maker. I'm not a modder that does any of these mods. But I do understand why people ask for my advice, because I do the mod reviews, I do the map tours, that kind of thing. I'm more than happy to help when I can. Unfortunately, I can't always help. I do try my best. So, yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, so, yeah, I'll see when we're done. We'll see how much we've got in storage, and let's get the factory running. And just like that, we're done. Why you weren't caning it? Anyway, that's unloading. 3 loads. First load, which is now in that trailer, 500,000 litres. Second, 500,000 litres. Third load, 467,000. So 1,467,000 litres of sugarcane. I'll take that. That's all good. Now, as far as the factories go, if I back up to the factory now, to the unload point, nothing's coming up to unload. You have to enable the factory. You have to get the factory kind of up and running. If you come around to this side here, got this little trigger, and this is where it's part of the animal system, because I have to move it. Once I've moved it over like you would do moving an animal and then confirm it, the factory is then up and running. It's operational. So if I do that, and you have to do that with the factories, if I go into my menu now and go across to my animals menu, my factory is sitting here under the animals menu. I don't have a reproduction rate or next animal in, but there is sugar. Now it does say sugarcane and sugar beet. I thought it was one or the other, but someone did message me, because it does say down the bottom there, look, sugarcane effectiveness 50%, sugar beet effectiveness 50%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up with sugarcane. My sugar beet is growing. I don't know how much it's going to take. I think it's something like 200,000 litres this holds. Maybe it's more than that, I'm not too sure. But I can get some sugar going. It's not going to be 100% productive, just 50. And then when the sugar beet is ready, we'll get that harvested, then we'll get the production right up. But that's how you get your factory up and running in the first place. Now it's been activated and the factory's up and running. When I back up, it should now give me the option to unload. There you go. So if you're having problems with it and you're not finding it, you can't work out why it's not working, it could be one, you haven't activated it. Or sometimes it can, like I say, it can be the map, it can be a bit of a problem. Does that only take 100,000 litres? Ew. Okay. Well, it's not too bad. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm only going to be 50% productive. It doesn't do that many pallets at a time. It's going to take a while. It chugs away. These aren't, you know, the processing speed of these isn't that quick, and especially because we're only going to be 50% productive anyway. But our first factory is now up and running, our sugar. Like I say, I do want to do a sunflower field. and I've got potatoes in the ground. So I've got potentially 2 more factories to place. One will be the sunflower oil, one will be the potato chips. So then when the sunflower oil's done, I combine that with potatoes, and then we can do potato chips. But that'll be moving forward a little bit further as well. So that's now unloaded. This can actually, you might as well just put this back into the silo. I thought it held 200 for some reason. I think some of the different ones, there are quite a few different factories available now, hold all different things, so we'll just see how that pans out. But with that, the money's right back up there. I'm also at the moment toying with just sticking with 500 to start off with, because the other thing, who was it that messaged me? Bear with me just a second. It was Ronald. Ronald messaged me to say that on Eureka Farms, unlike other ones, actually, you know what I might do? No, because I'm going to need to have animals in there. The mixes are different for the cows. So whereas normally you can stick TMR in and be 100% or as close to 100% productive, on here, TMR alone will only get you to about 70%. You do have to put all 3 things in, so it will require TMR, hail grass and silage to be 100% productive with your cows on Eureka Farms, which means putting in way more of each thing than I thought I was going to have to. So what I'll do is start off with the 500,000, not 500,000 cows, 500 cows, and we'll go from there. I suppose the thing about it being, because you can do all of these things so quickly, you can gather up, 2 million litres of silage fairly quickly on here. I guess it doesn't matter that it's tweaked a bit, because you can replace your stocks way quicker than you can do on any other map. So that's not the end of the world, but that's what we'll probably do. I'll start off with the 1. We'll get a load of cows in there in the next episode, and we'll look at getting the mix in there. Straw, I ended up with, I think I've got 1.9 million litres in there now. I had just under 500,000 litres. With everything I got off field 3, I then had a harvest contract on field 2, and I did what I did before, left the swath on the floor, then went along the side of the field and just gathered up the swath from another contract. But that's it for this episode. Sugarcane is now done for the first time. Factory's up and running, money's back up. After a new save game, I think I'm as close to back to where I was and a little bit further on, so all is looking good. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're still enjoying it. If you are, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.